Alright, I'm gonna try to make this videos a little bit faster because wow, that part one was a mission to upload. I'm uploading it from my phone, but anyways, real quick, here's my Vito bag. I just keep that on the truck with pipe wrenches, tin snips, drywall knife, big tube cutter, sledgehammer, whatever, and a rubber mallet and things like that. This here's a descaler pump made by Speed Clean. You hook it up to water-cooled condensers, whatever, and you circulate your descaler through it. So anyways, let's see if I can do this fast. I think I left off showing you the sight glasses from 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch of flare and sweat. Here are some flare dryers from 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch, 16 cubic inch. Here's sweat dryers. I have more of these cap tube dryers. I don't know if that's gonna, yeah, up 5/8, 16 cubic inch, 5/8, 16 cubic inch, 3/8. I got some 30 cubic inch 5/8 in the back. I don't keep suction line dryers on the truck because usually when you need a suction dryer it's because your compressor burn out, and I don't keep compressors on my truck, so I gotta go to the supply house to get that. So while I'm there, I'll just get a new, a dryer too. Got a 120 volt defrost timer. Here's a rescue motor, a 42 frame for the smaller condensers. These are little shoe covers. Here I got dual pressure controls, different pressure controls, low pressure, fan cycle switch, stuff like that. This here's a pretty good universal ECM motor for refrigeration. That's one of them. I have some more here. Well, these are just your regular, I think these are like a little regular 9-watt motor, nothing special. This here is a electronic expansion valve. This is just the body. I don't know if I could have one. This is just the body here. Sometimes they fail. Actually, it's the body and the little motor that drives the valve. Different refrigeration, evaporator fan motors, and condenser fan motors. These are thermostats, constant cut-in thermostats back there. I don't know if you can really see. There's a defrost timer, 208, 230 volt. Back here I have disconnect boxes, spray paints, gray, black, blue for different dryers. I got caulking back there. Here are some assorted bins. I have different little thread on pressure switches, time delays, and compressor terminal kits. Caulking and grease tubes are in there. I try to keep Scotsman, Hashisaki, Manitowoc Isomatic parts on the truck. So these are some really common Scotsman parts for CME models and Prodigy models. Flow switches, clicks on thermostats for like walk-in cooler, walk-in freezers, termination switches, fan delay switches. These are hard start kits for small fractional horsepowers. I just use them for testing, and then I try to get the OEM start components. This here's for 1 to 3.5 ton, or 1 to 3 ton is 3.5 to 5 ton. And you would think when I turn this is going to come off the shelf, but they kind of sit in each other. But also, if you notice, you see I put a nut in a bolt, so that when that bolt sticks out, you see I drilled a hole, so it's kind of like a tooth, it goes into the other one, and they won't come out, so it keeps it from coming out. The only way is if you hit a bump, it has to come up and turn at the same time. So here I have different, you know, for your vacuum thing, a Goodman control board, different bubble solution, ice machine cleaner, expanding foam. This helps good when you're trying to pull cable, conduit, you know, bubble solution, different things there. Here I have 3/4 liquid tight, my hammer drill, but powered. I got more liquid tight back there. Round wire number 6 cable in there, number 8 and number 10 cable. Let's see what else. Here I have different fixed resistors. Sometimes you have to fool the thermostat, or you have a bad sensor, you can put this on. Condensate pump 115, 230. These rescue condenser fan motors, real good to have on the truck. An evap blower motor. Let's see. So this, let me see from the bottom. You can see. I see a lot of people. They just have this shelf, say with these capacitors, but then all the way up to here is just air. You know, like wasted space. So I went ahead and put a piece of wood across it, and so right here I have a this here is my Sporlan expansion valve kit. Comes in handy. These are the balance port valves, and what I do is down there you see this is a little bungee cord. I put a little eye bolt or eye screw, whatever. I close that end of the bungee cord so it doesn't, you know, always fall off, and I just hook it there. This one here is wedged in there pretty good, so I don't need this thing. And this here is different fuses. Here I have 60 amp 250 volt fuses, 50 amp 40 amp 35. This is 600 volt 60 amp fuses, 600 volt 30 amp, 15 amp and 10 amp fuses in there. These are little 250 volt 30 and 25 amp fuses. These are fuse adapters. There's small inline fuse holders in there. We got different size glass fuses, 5 amp. And here you have, you know, the standard 24 volt blade style fuse. So that's pretty much the fuses. You know, it kind of sucks to drive to the supply house to go get another fuse. As far as I got a lot of electrical components. Let's see. This here, originally, this here is to store ornaments. You can see when you look online, this bin, I don't know, I seen it for like $40 or $30, which is insane. But I bought it after Christmas at Walmart. They were, I don't know what it was, like $5 or whatever. So anyways, it only comes with a couple of these dividers. So what I did was I bought some plexiglass. I laid this one, you can see that how it's like frosted, and this one is clear. You can see there's a bunch of clear ones. Well, this frosted one came with it, so I laid it down on a sheet of plexiglass and traced the outline, and with a grinder I just cut them. So you can see I made a bunch of them. So I have a lot of liquid tight connections, half, straight and 90s, 3/4, different fittings, bushings, whatever you call them, donuts. You know, maybe you have to put a disconnect box on a unit or a little coupling, and you don't want to chafe the wires. Nice thing there. So there's that. Let's see. And this here is the same for copper. I got from 1/4 inch up to 1 1/8 elbows, street elbows, 45s, couplings, and T's. Let me see, over on this side I have I don't really use elbows too often because I make them with this this Ilmor tube bender. T-handle Allen keys. This is a little Dremel tool, rotary tool. This here is a tracer from Fluke. Basically, you trace control wiring or any kind of wiring. You maybe need to locate the circuit. There we got some cork tape thing. This here is this here. Let me show you this. What this is this here is a tool that you suck water from the condensate pans, the secondary pans, and up in the ceiling or whatever, you can pump it out into the main drain, so you don't have to use your wet and dry vacuum up and down the ladder. Once you flush out the drain, you can hook that up. Another guy was talking about you can use a fish tank pump. It's a lot cheaper. So if you're considering something like this, maybe check that out first, because this here I think it ran about $150. So a fish tank pump is much cheaper, so maybe try that out. But it seems like that's already 10 more minutes, so I'm gonna try to upload this part and see if I could just get another quick thing.